Hey loves, this is the series Girl Talk for Lover Girls. Standards aren't too high, they're just clear. Let's clear this up. Standards protect your heart. Standards. We don't have high standards. We just are clear on what is compatible for our future. Some people online want to give their opinions on why women that look good or why are they still single? Why are you still single? People have their opinions. People have something to say in this world about you being single. Whether they judge you for it or they're just shocked or just kind of like thinking you're just this person. Like they're going to have their preconceived ideas of you. This is the life we live. People will have something to say about everything, right? So we have standards that if we meet these standards, our children will have happier lives. And that does not mean that they're high or too high. People might, oh, you just have high standards. That's why you're still single. Like, they don't even know who you are. You don't know anything of what you do, your experiences, your life, what you've been through, what you learned, who you are. Who you are when you go to sleep by yourself in your room when no one's watching. They don't know who you are. So don't ever let this affect you and then you switching up your standards and then literally ending up in a marriage that you're unhappy with. And when you're unhappy, your children see that you're unhappy, whether you try to hide it or not. And then your husband won't be happy either because you're unhappy. And he'll feel that because you you know each other like ins and outs and you guys sleep together every single night. His life won't be better either because you're unhappy. So I would rather you guys stick to your true standards and know what you want and stay single until you find that than you go trying to just, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll just pull this back because this guy has this, but like this part, and start to not be strict with your standards and know what you're looking for, because that man that you're doing that to is going to lose in the end. And you married someone that you weren't fully in love with and fully like just like trusted or fully believed in, and then that ends in you divorcing them. And statistics shows that women divorce men way more often than men divorce women. Why is that? Are we feeling pressured to get into a relationship by who? I don't know. Society, men, politics, a ticking time clock that we need to settle down and have kids. Why are we rushing to get married to a man that doesn't meet what we're looking for? And then we end up divorcing. What was the point of all that? All of that time, energy, money, and now a huge scar on your heart as a woman and on the man, which then affects your children if you did end up having them, and now their futures are completely drastically, statistically changed because of an action you chose to not stay true to your standards and what you're looking for. Even if it means years of being alone, you are strong enough to do that because you want better for your children. You want better for you. You want to be happy, right? Men are going to eventually grow. Hopefully most of them. And if I have something to say about it, we're going to get more men that are growing. But there are going to be more men in the future, and as they get older, they get more mature. So don't rush things or just jump into things and then eventually, divorce. Have your standings and protect those standards and know what your non-negotiables are for the sake of your children. Low standards create chaos. Clarity isn't arrogance. Clarity isn't arrogance. Low standards. Sorry, guys. My sister is talking. Sorry, she's loud. 1 second. Okay, I think she's quiet now. Should I start again? Let me start again on that part. Low standards. 1 second. Sorry, guys. We're live right now. Okay, she's in the kitchen now. Okay. On to the next one. Low standards create chaos. Clarity isn't arrogance. Because you're clear on what's good for you and what will make you happy and make you want to love your man daily and take care of him and thrive, because you're so clear, it does not mean you're an arrogant person, because you're clear on what your standards are and what you're looking for in a man. That just makes you a high value woman who knows what she wants her future to be, and she knows what she's looking for. And men actually who are ready for love actually love when a woman knows what she wants, so she doesn't switch up on him and bad things happen, right? So the right men will like that you're clear on what you want, what you don't want, what your non-negotiables are. Other men will just judge you and say you just have high standards, right? So stay clear and have those standards. Quality men respect boundaries. The quality men that we are looking for to marry, they will respect every boundary that you speak and say to them. Because if they respect you as a woman, they will respect how you're protecting yourself and your heart and soul. So, if he's not already, if he can't even respect your boundaries and you guys just met, just imagine. And imagine your children's boundaries too. Let those boundaries be known as soon as possible, before you even meet up in person, if you can. And if he has something negative or condescending, or isn't like 100% like respectful in his answer, he is not mature, or his parents didn't teach him boundaries, and he needs to get there to learn how to respect human beings at any age, shape, size, woman or man. He needs to respect humans, and when they say things, how they feel, he needs to not be super selfish, to just be like, why? So when the men that say why, oh my God, it's so irritating. What do you mean why? Like, it's just like we're like in literally like middle school, elementary school. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But just make sure when they respond to you, when you speak your truth and your boundaries maturely as an adult that you're doing, which the men who are ready for relationships and are mature, they are going to love that, because now they have no room for error. We're just going to thrive in the dating space because they're not going to do anything wrong because they already know your boundaries. So you're just going to thrive and be happy and just move forward, you know? And the ones that will, you'll see that they're kind of affected by they don't want you to have boundaries. They're upset because they want to be selfish and take what they wanted to take from you. You're going to see that in the way they message or they speak. If you're on the phone, you're going to see how they react. Listen clearly. Men always fold what and who they are. If you're listening clearly, every man will fold eventually, and usually in the very beginning, but eventually they will. So the men who are really ready, they will never fold because they're actually ready and they're not faking anything, and it's beautiful. Confusion often comes from no standards. Confusion. When you're confused, it just means you don't have standards. You don't know, like, is this the one or is this not the one? he's this, he's that, all these things. You don't have standards. The only time this can happen is if you don't know what your life partner is. You don't know your perfect match. You don't even know yourself fully yet, or you haven't had the time to figure out what you want. You don't have the standards yet. There should be no confusion. It's either yes or no. And if there is confusion, it's probably no. So figure out your standards and get clear on them, know them, so it's easy. No, 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 no. Hundreds to maybe yes, that's your life partner. This is how clear our standards need to be. We need to know like what we're looking for so we don't waste time and we can sift quickly and efficiently. Define your standards. Here are some affirmations for you to use. My standards are healthy. I don't shrink. I value myself. Standards are safety. This is video 8, Girl Talk for Lover Girls. I'm here for you guys. I do coach men, but I am here for both sides, men and women. When we both have our shit together, more love is in the air. And men are the leaders, which is why I chose to help men first, more than focusing on women first, because I feel like a lot of women are more naturally mature, and we kind of mature at a younger age more faster than men do. So I feel like I've called more to men. Also, my audience ended up becoming it. So it just felt perfectly right to help one side. And when we can help men lead better and be better men, then more women get more love and get more marriages and more families. So I'm here for you guys. Also, any comments, any messages, you want to directly message me. I even do calls for women. I don't often do that, but I'm open to doing that as well, even if I am more geared towards coaching men, because I have a lot to say on, the growth of as me as a woman myself and things I've overcome and things, successes and experiences. So I have a lot to say to help women as well. But I do think that we need to start with helping more men to grow. But I'm here for you in this series every single week. I got you. Anything I can do to inspire you to make better decisions, especially in love and your life partner, and to make decisions that won't lead in you hurting yourself or getting hurt by men, because this is just going to affect you for your life partner. And I want you guys to be thriving so you can pick the right person and not feel like wounded when doing so. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.